Hi everyone, welcome to today's daily reading. This is May 24th, but whenever you watch this video, this can fit your situation because time is fluid, energy is fluid, so even if you watch it a week, a year from now, and it feels like it fits your situation, then it probably does. Trust your intuition. What feels right then must be relevant to you and your situation, and what doesn't, then you can just put it aside and keep watching and see how the rest will follow. So I've pre-shuffled the cards, but we're gonna shuffle together while we pull out some cards to see where the energy is standing for today. So we shall begin, and we're starting with how the divine masculine is feeling about the feminine. How the divine masculine is feeling about the feminine. We have, the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups represent an offer of love, but I want to take out more cards so we can tell like this little story or this little, script for today. Two more cards, please, for how the divine masculine is feeling about the feminine. Wow, another cup. Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is both very loving, nurturing, offering her cup. As you can see, she's holding it pretty high over here. Another thing, she is someone who offers love, but on the other hand, it could be also representative about someone who is keeping her emotions. I don't know if you can see her expression. I hope you can, but it's a little foggy, kind of like I'm not gonna show you. This is what I'm getting, but this can go either way. But so either withholding feelings or just being very loving and nurturing. It depends again on your current situation, but let's get another card and we can tell the little story here. How the divine masculine is feeling about the feminine. One more card, please. This is bright. This is the sun. So the sun is very illuminating. I feel like it's almost starting to see clearly. Starting to see things in a brand new light, and also starting to realize the sun is revealing, because we can see in the daylight and we cannot see at night, in the nighttime. So if I'm telling the whole story here, we have the Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups, and the sun. So this could be maybe someone who was not offering his love, withholding his feelings, and now starting to see more clearly. But definitely this is a positive outlook on how he's feeling towards the feminine, because he's feeling like something is starting to, like, I feel like something is starting to like kind of bubble inside. Maybe it's because of the sun card, maybe it's because of the realization or the new information coming in, or the new light coming in that's showing things in a different way. So something's starting to bubble and wanting to offer this love. Again, this could be someone who was withholding his love. And now starting to see things in a clear way. So wanting to now, starting to feel like, yeah, wanting to offer this love to the feminine. After withholding, now seeing more clearly. Again, time is fluid, so don't expect like for this to happen necessarily today, but this is the energy that's from the masculine, how he's feeling about the feminine. Now I'm gonna ask about the connection, how the masculine, how the divine masculine is feeling about the connection. Three cards, please, how the masculine is feeling about the connection. He's also seeing her as someone very bright, that brings joy, that brings, you know, brings in light. Sees her as almost enlightened. So about the connection, we have the 10 of Pentacles, but it kind of like, it fell and flipped, kind of like reversed. So the 10 of Pentacles represent the foundations, and number 10 is a completion. This was in a reverse also. I'm not reading reversals, but we're gonna take it both ways. So about the connection, this has a lot of potential to reach this final destination, quote unquote, of, you know, the abundant family life. Not necessarily family, but, you know, the connection being very stable, grounded, commitment. This came out in reverse, so this could also be not sure about commitment or not wanting to commit. Let's see more cards and then we'll reveal this little energy here. 2 more cards, please, for how the masculine is feeling about the connection. Okay, there were a couple of cards, but I wasn't feeling them. I only felt like the first card, which is the 4 of Pentacles. So we have, I think this is coming out like 4 days in a row now. Yeah. So holding on to the connection. Holding on. This represents holding on tightly on something, not letting go. Let's see one more card, please. On the mascot. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. And the last card we have is the 6 of Swords. And the 6 of Swords is sailing to calmer waters. The 5 of Swords is having like the mental conflict. So the 6 is moving from the mental conflict into a more calm, almost receptive mentality and way of thinking and viewing this whole connection. So again, let's see the whole cards together, all the cards together, and see what comes up. I feel is almost we have 2 pentacles, 6, 4, and a 10. This is a completion. 6 of swords, 4 of pentacles, 10, and the 10 of pentacles. This feels like a completion maybe of a cycle, maybe someone who did not want to commit. If the 10 of pentacles, if I read it like in the reverse position, yet still holding on, not sure, like, and then, you know, this mentality of maybe not wanting to commit or holding on without wanting to commit. Something here is definitely changing. I'm gonna ask for a clarifier on the 3 cards about how he's feeling the connection. Please clarify what we got. Definitely wanting to go into a calmer place. There's a feminine, masculine feeling about the connection clear. Wanting to move away from a mental conflict. Something that was giving him like struggle inside. So what's like the last word for this? We have 7 of Cups. It was like it felt like this, so I feel like it's saying read me both upside down, reverse, and both upright. So the 7 of Cups represent confusion, feeling like having all these things that I want and I feel I want, because this is emotions, the Cups, not knowing what I want. And if I read it in reverse, it's like realizing what I do want, because we have walking away from something that was kind of like, I'm not sure if I want to commit, or the non-commitment thing, and knowing what he wants now, or starting to realize what he wants, starting to like move the clouds away and make a decision. So what does he want with the connection? What does he want for the connection or about the connection? So we have the Page of Pentacles. So the pages always represent an offer. Offering a pentacle is like offering some sort of stability. This came out like this again, but this time it felt kind of different a bit. So it's starting to feel like I want away from this, because I'm still holding on and I wasn't committing. this could be after realizing what I do want, after the confusion, wanting to offer some stability, some sort of grounding, some sort of foundation with a connection. Okay, I'm gonna add a little photo for this spread. Okay, let's see the obstacles for the masculine about the connection. What's blocking him? What's in his way? What is in his way? What's stopping him? What's blocking him? By the way, the pentacles are slow movement, so it's like taking this time a bit with the offering of this pentacle, because it's still sailing away from something that was mentally burdening. Oh, man. Wait. So what's stopping the masculine or blocking him? But of course, we have the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands is about making a decision, choosing the wand. It's also a bit, I feel like I'm trying to see the future and decide where I want to be in the future. This is what I'm feeling. Again, figuring out what I want. So there's still this energy of Seven of Cups like we've seen, but it did feel like it's starting to like come out of confusion, but this energy of making the decision is still here. Let's see what he needs to be unstuck, quote unquote unstuck. What he needs. What does he need to unstuck? To go forward, the connection. We have two incoming. And we have Wheel of Fortune, Major Arcana. Also the Sun, by the way. And Three of Wands, and this definitely came out reversed. So, again, no waiting, because the decision in the Two of Wands, now we have the Three of Wands. This is someone waiting for the ships to come in, waiting for something. And the Wheel of Fortune is speaking about changes. So not waiting for a change, but making it. But also the Wheel of Fortune is the change that's happening without necessarily choosing the change. Change just happens because changes happen, because this is the world we live in. This is how the energy is going. Nothing is stagnant. The energy is constantly moving. So it's kind of, the change will happen either way. So don't wait. I mean, this is what will get him unstuck. Unstuck that changes will happen anyway. So it will be something that he didn't necessarily like chose, but it will just happen because this is the world. And yeah, not waiting for the change, but also making the change, making the decision, not waiting for the change. But I feel like, again, with the Sun card here, this, the universe, again, because the Sun is also a major arcana, so it's like kind of like the universe is like somehow showing him something that is changing, this position. Let's go to the feminine. Wow, I didn't even ask the question yet, but yeah. So I was about to ask, how is the divine feminine viewing the masculine, and we have the Ace of Swords. So at the, straight off the back, it's like, make the decision. And it's also like, make the decision and be the king of your decision. Be clear on what you want. Be clear with be clear with yourself. You see all these clouds here, and the sword is kind of like, and the clouds represent, again, the sword energy with mentality. So it's like, again, the fog and the clarity of what I want, and the clarity of, communicating that, or not necessarily even communicating that. I really feel like this card is like the decision card, and also this one. So this is how she's feeling about the masculine. It's also like, you can be my one, you can be my person, or you are my person. Kind of like knowing you are my person. 2 more cards, please, for the feminine, on how she's feeling about the masculine. We have the, hope you can see it good. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So she sees as a slow moving ass offering a pentacle. Come on, ride on your horse. Again, pentacles are slow moving earth signs. Earth is like, it's the slowest element. So she sees him as kind of like slow. Here I am, here you can see me here, and I'm about to offer this pentacle. Well, yeah. So yeah. And last card for how she is feeling about the masculine. This one to come out. 6 of Wands. So 6 of Wands is definitely the card of feeling victorious, being victorious. Again, after the 5, which always represent kind of like stuffiness, conflict, or battle, inner battle, and so forth. they come out victorious. So she can see him also as someone who can come out victorious from this mental conflict. And if we take the whole story together, Ace of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Ace of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Six of Wands. So we have here all three elements but the cups. And with the masculine we had like two cups. So I also feel like she sees him as someone who's not very emotional or not in how do you say it? Not in touch with his emotions so much. This is the first thing. The second thing is get the clarity, get your ass moving on this beautiful horse of yours, offering this pentacle, be victorious. Yeah. This is a little story here. I feel like I'm not sure why I'm getting this, but it's like she's kind of, I feel like, trusting in his decision making. Yeah. I wasn't asking a question, but this came out. And Eight of Swords is being self-conflicted, self-restraining, with mental thoughts, lots of things that are closing up on her. She cannot see, although this card is also known as being able to like just pull the blindfolders off and just walk away from this energy of so much thinking and being imprisoned with our own minds. And I feel like this is also how she's seeing the masculine, as being imprisoned in his mind. Let's see how the feminine is feeling about the connection. The World card. So the World card represents ending of a cycle. It represents beginning of a new cycle. And yeah, I can feel like it feels the connection is kind of closing one cycle and starting a new cycle. It's always a better cycle. So if you're worried, don't be. Let's see what two other cards on how the feminine is feeling about the connection. Again, trust comes to my mind. I feel like there's more trust in the connection, in the masculine, and in general on what's going on. Holy hell. 1 minute, please. Oh, I thought there was another one, but there wasn't. So we have the Magician, and the nine of Wands. So the Magician is all about creating, it's all about manifesting, it's all about having all the right tools. The wand, the sword, the pentacle, the cup, everything is here to create. And so it's like, maybe I don't have to work this hard, because the Nine of Wands is like working hard and, you know, carrying a lot of weight. Not necessarily carrying a lot of weight, but yeah, it feels like working hard. And the Magician is like, yeah, look at his wand. He's like, I don't need to work hard. I can do it like easily. So I feel like there's a message here that with the world and this new cycle beginning, the feminine is maybe starting to realize that she doesn't have to work hard. She can just like, she has all the tools necessary to create with ease, not with work, not with like putting in a lot of work, just like creating with ease, because it's creating with her own tools, not necessarily creating something from within, not necessarily on the outside, on the connection, the relationship, or the masculine, but you know, manifesting, we'll call it. Manifesting with ease, not with hardship. Let's see the blockage, or what is stopping the feminine, what is in her way. I don't know. Wait. I don't know why, but I was just like, kind of like a bit stuck on the Six of Swords, because he's sailing like towards, like we said, calmer waters, but he's looking like ahead. And where is he sailing to? Let's see. Amaze was. This wanted to come out, but I put it back because I wasn't like, I didn't say the question out loud, but here it is again. So we have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is kind of like a young energy of being a bit like more clear with his desires. So if we take it to what we said, he's sailing away from uncertainty and being unclear into clarity. So yeah, we also have had the Seven of Cups, so it's again being like unclear, uncertain, not sure what you want, not sure what you feel, and confusion. And so he's wanting to sail away to a more clear, being more clear within himself on what he wants, which is a good thing, and what he really wants. And for the feminine, what's stopping or blocking the feminine? What is the blockage that needs to be removed? Okay. Interesting. So the blockage is the Hermit and the Four of Wands. So I feel like with the Hermit being blocked is the feminine needs to see the light within, so she can celebrate on the outside with her friends and loved ones and etc. But I feel like if I combine the two together, what I'm getting is finding the light within, and also healing the darkness within. The darkness, not necessarily the darkness, but healing what's blocking, so you can rejoice and have the Four of Wands, have the 1111. And also maybe there is a blockage about uniting, almost like this fear-based energy of, look at this card, her expression again, it's kind of like fearful a bit. So I'm also getting like being fearful of this union. If you do resonate with this meaning, with this intuitive meaning I offered, then it's an invitation to search for what fear is running this here. What are you afraid of if you will be united with this soulmate? What are your fears? It's like, also, if you can see, she's holding on to this light bulb here, not light bulb, this candle thing, quite tightly. So it's almost like, I feel like almost afraid of being with another person, not being like, you know, with myself, or not being alone. It sounds funny because we all say and feel like we want a relationship and we want a partner and we want this and we want that, but sometimes we are fearful of that. So it's an invitation to like kind of go within and but shed some light into those fears, which is more stuffy energy, so they can be enlightened and released into the light, so you can celebrate this union. So this is the energy for today. I hope you enjoy the reading. I hope it gave you clarity or insights or whatever it is that you needed and wanted. If you have any questions, comments, you can write down on the comment section. If you like this video, please like it, and you're so welcome to subscribe to this channel. I will doing these daily readings, weekly readings, monthly readings, and I will see you again very soon, and have a good day for now. Bye bye.